Hey everybody, what's going on? You know, a lot of people asked me to make this video, have been asking me why I haven't made this video, and I'll tell you what. The simple fact of the matter is I wanted to wait because I wanted to prove a point. You see, Umaga died on December 4th. Now, obviously, WWE didn't have time enough to do a video tribute that Friday night. But they had enough time to do something Monday for Raw, Tuesday for ECW, and Friday for SmackDown. Now, I know probably no one really watches ECW, which is why the ratings are in the tank where they are, and why the show is probably not going to come back next year because Sci-Fi doesn't want that crap on television anymore. Because like Jerry Lawler once called it many years ago, extremely crappy wrestling, that's exactly what Vince McMahon turned it into. See, that's not important right now. What's important is the death of Umaga, okay? Ediie Fatu died on December 4th, had 2 heart attacks, died in the hospital. I had 1 heart attack at home, had another one in the hospital, and passed away. A real tragedy. Guy was one hell of a talent. World Wrestling Entertainment let him go earlier in the year because he refused to go into rehab after his second wellness policy violation. Guy was a former Intercontinental Champion. For a man his size, he was one hell of a worker. And yet, World Wrestling Entertainment doesn't even acknowledge that he dies. Why is that? Okay? You want to look into it. So, you gotta go back, okay? Have you noticed that World Wrestling Entertainment has toned down their product in the recent year or so? Yeah, okay. Okay, then you think about a pay-per-view they recently had called Hell in a Cell, in which there were 3 Hell in a Cell matches. Now, Hell in the Cell used to mean a violent bloodbath of a match. Yet on this pay-per-view, with 3 matches called Hell in a Cell, no blood. That leads us back to around the time of WrestleMania 24, when, of course, they won't admit to it, a kind of press release was issued saying that there is to be no more blood on television or pay-per-views. Okay? Now, we may have seen some here and there since then, but quite honestly, I don't remember, and I really don't care. But the problem is, like, for instance, during this Hell in the Cell pay-per-view with 3 Hell in the Cell matches, which there was no blood, John Cena got cut open what was called the hard way when Randy Orton hit him with the microphone. And what happened? Now, keep in mind, this was a timed Iron Man match. But yet, as soon as he got busted open, they stopped the clock on the match, referees and doctors ran down and glued shut the wound on Cena. Okay? Why? Oh, because they were going to go into the crowd and they didn't want any more issues, bleeding in the crowd or whatever. Yeah, okay, right. The simple fact of the matter is, you want to know why their product is toned down? You want to know why they didn't mention anything about Umaga? I'll tell you why. Okay? 2 words. Linda McMahon. What am I getting at? I'll tell you exactly what I'm getting at. You see, Linda McMahon no longer technically works for World Wrestling Entertainment, but yet she's running for Senate. Now, since her last name is McMahon and the McMahon's own World Wrestling Entertainment, they'll still associate her and the World Wrestling Entertainment product, with her and her Senate bid. So, World Wrestling Entertainment doesn't want to do anything to impede on her possibly becoming Senator of Connecticut. So, they gotta tone down their product. They gotta take the blood off their shows. They gotta be less violent. And they can't say anything about a guy who died because it quite possibly may have been drug-related and he worked for the company. Are you kidding me? I mean, is that Senate bid that important to the McMahons and Linda that you can't mention the death of a guy that busted his ass for your company? One of your top guys of your company? You let him go in June or July. He wasn't working for your company when he died. Now, could the drugs he was on or doing when he was working with your company or for your company have something to do with it? Quite possibly, but you know what? It's really cold-hearted that you don't say a damn thing about his death, considering all he did and what his family did for your company and how much money him and his family made for your company. You know what? It's a tragic loss, a guy dying so young, and it's more of a tragedy what World Wrestling Entertainment did. God bless you, Umaga, Ediie, Fatu. You're going to be missed by a hell of a lot of people. I'm Frankie Love. I'm out. Peace.